Good evening, fight fans, and welcome to this PVGL Street Fighter 4 match commentary. I'm Iron Ike, and with me, as always, is the Starscream to my Megatron, Specs. How are ya?
I will conquer this commentary and all who dwell within. And I'm assuming that the video is playing for you just fine.
No, it absolutely wasn't. However, that'll work out because we got through most of our introduction, though we're wasting it now. Just so you guys at home know, this is TKD playing as Fuerte versus Kuroken as Dudley. I know nothing about either of these guys, but from watching about 10 seconds of the match earlier, I can tell that they are highly skilled, so I'm very excited.
It's always exciting to see El Forte playing because he's an unconventional grappler archetype, yet still very much falls into that archetype, and he's using that now, going to town on Dudley, trying to make up some of that life he lost earlier.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see that Dudley's got a little bit of well, actually, he's within striking distance of being eliminated here. But what we've seen is that Fuerte has had to work really hard to get Dudley down there, and he's got to be really careful because Dudley is a bit of a combo machine, and one mistake can cost you a lot of life. But great way to close it out with the body splash there.
Yep, and earlier I said that Dudley had the life lead. That was my mistake. Sorry, folks. But round two starts off, and we have El Fuerte using a very well-timed focus to avoid that incoming cross-up attempt, and keeping Dudley very well spaced in the right corner.
Yeah, for sure. So Fuerte is highly mobile. He's got a lot of crazy moves. He's got a fireball motion move that can turn into a number of other things, and that's why we see him dashing all over the screen like that. But he is getting destroyed by our Dudley player here, who is just keeping the pressure on. And I've noticed that Dudley, when he starts rushing you down, it is hard to know where it's coming from and hard to stop it.
I have heard Dudley in this game described as Zangief with combos. So he kind of closes the distance and he starts comboing the crap out of you. And though Fuerte is rather quick on his feet, he got out of a few corner traps there. He was not swift enough to avoid Dudley's onslaught of damage. Round three begins.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm noticing our Dudley player is using the light version of his uppercut to maybe to protect himself from errant body splashes, but also to get out of tight situations when he's being pressured on the wake-up game. That was a great heavy punch version of the backdash. He tries it again there, backdash move, and he gets it. So 3 times, and he got 2 out of 3, not bad. And he's taken almost no damage as a result. Oh, goodness. That didn't hit the whole way through, but it did some damage anyway.
Yeah, Dudley found that super cancel, didn't hit the whole way through, and that's kind of unfortunate because that left him open. But at the moment, he's got Forte seemingly right where he wants him, blocks a slide, but has his own retaliatory dashing punch blocked as well.
Interesting to see Fuerte. This is gonna... Oh, perfect anti-air. I forgot which Ultra he had. Haven't seen Ultra Run for a while, so this is definitely gonna... this is definitely gonna leave him with a single thread of life. He comes back with a throw, and you know what? Fuerte's not great at chip damage. Well, okay. I was hoping something more exciting that might happen. Great anti-air crouching fierce punch to close out match 1.
Yeah, for sure. When you're that low on life, all you need is one bad read to have the round end for you. And Forte didn't have to do any chip. He just had to throw out a poke at the right time and have Dudley being too aggressive trying to recover the round. So good work, Forte, and we move on to match number 2.
Yeah, for sure. I do like Fuerte. He's a lot of fun to watch. What I interrupted myself in saying earlier is that I'm really interested to see our Fuerte player using the EX running dash to get out of trouble. You don't often see somebody dashing back, but that dash does provide, the EX version provides one hit of armor, so a little bit of extra protection as he escapes. I'm going to assume that's why he was doing it. I've never seen that before.
I'm actually not very well versed in Fuerte's frame data and other move attributes, I should say. So I'm not 100% sure why he did it. I would assume it's to avoid getting hit out of his backdash, as you mentioned. So we have both players jockeying for position, as usual, and Fuerte, he's using his dashes to stay out of Dudley's long reach, but Dudley is finding his mark more often than Fuerte would like.
Yeah, for sure. Dudley's got those target combos and a lot of moves that make him step forward as he attacks. And Fuerte's doing a great job of just staying out of reach as much as he can. But like I mentioned right at the start, it takes only a few mistakes for you to be way down in life. And Fuerte's got less life than average. He's got 950, I think, right? Or maybe even less than that.
I don't know the exact amount, but it is less than the average, and he does take quite a bit of damage from someone like Dudley, who does quite a bit more than average. And he is built like a truck too. I believe he has a above average life, so he can withstand Fuerte's kind of hit and run, poking non-combo game. Even getting grabbed like that, even with this low life, Dudley is not terribly worried about losing the round, and he closes it out with a few light attacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was hoping to maybe see Fuerte's Ultra One again, but like any decent player, our Dudley isn't exactly jumping into the air or allowing that to happen. So great chase with the body splash there and another attempt. Throwing out a lot of those standing fierce kicks. I'm not sure I understand why they come out slowly. It counts as an overhead though, doesn't it? That fierce kick.
Yes, I do believe it does. So, one of Fuerte's mix-up tools. That said, both of these characters are very good on mix-up, and I would argue that our favorite Mexican wrestler is the one who has more to lose from from an opponent guessing what mix-up you're trying to use.
Yeah, for sure. I see Fuerte using a lot of those forward and strong kicks to do the little somersault roll, which counts as an overhead, and it's really fast. It'll jump over a prone body, so he's done that to mix up a few times. And he keeps using that run back and fierce punch, and there it is again. You can't block it, and in fact, if you try to block it, you get thrown. So yeah, he kept up the pressure exactly the way a Fuerte player needs to keep it up.
Yep, for sure. When you hit every single mix-up that you try to do, even someone with a very high life count is eventually going to fall. And a great super cancel there by our Fuerte player, pushing Dudley into the corner and dealing a very rather sizable chunk of damage. And just like that, Dudley is in trouble.
Yeah, no kidding. Pretty exciting stuff. And then we've got a crumple going into Fuerte's. Wow. So Fuerte does have an endless, what's the word I'm looking for? A combo that never ends.
I'm not sure if it's an infinite anymore. I think it's just a loop that eventually the opponent can fall out of. But he definitely has the life lead and can take the risk to actually do that. And he turns that life lead into a win with a very well-timed splash that Dudley did not read. So that's our second match. I guess we're going to move on to the third.
Yeah, this Fuerte player is amazing. Finishing him off that way was great. The splash off of the wall will look like any of Fuerte's normal wall jumps, which are fast as it is, but when you throw that splash in, you hit the button at the right time, and it splashes down so quick, it would be very hard to recover from, or react to, I should say. Yeah, pretty impressive. I'm really enjoying this Fuerte play. I to be honest with you, I fully expected the Dudley player to be walking all over him, but this guy, like I said, that maybe infinite combo before, hit him with 3 fierce punches in the infinite, and I'm making air quotations here. And then once it looked like he might fall out, he went to another body splash. So hard to guess what this guy's going to do.
Yep, for sure. So match 3 starts. Dudley throws out a counter there, but Fuerte read it like a book, hits him with the grab, and then tries a failed throw attempt, and both players are holding the middle ground.
That's interesting. So that little step punch of Dudley's, did it break armor there? That can't be an armor breaker move.
I'm not sure what his armor breaker is. It could be his dash forward and then punch, but that's something that I would have to look up. He might have done it on wake up though. Almost any move done on wake up will break armor. So here we have Dudley trying to push Fuerte back into a corner, reads the command grab attempt, does a backdash to get out of it, and now Fuerte's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, deep trouble. Yeah, good. Well, that was the desperation ultra there. Yeah, he was in deep trouble. Our Dudley was making every correct read and basically connecting with every move he put out there. And certainly wasn't luck. He was doing different things each time to catch our Fuerte on his back dashes or dash underneath on a jump and that sort of a thing. Pretty impressive stuff. Big missed EX Dragon Punch there though, and we saw that a pseudo infinite again. And that's one thing about taking a lot of fierce punches in the face is that your stun adds up quickly.
Yep, for sure. And taking that many just put Dudley in the most precarious position in the world. He just needed one bad guess to lose the round. And Fuerte is in a position to make you guess badly several times in a row. So when you're only one away from losing the round, you're in pretty big trouble.
Yeah, for sure. That round was all Fuerte. Right now, though, we're seeing target combos and overheads. Well, we were seeing those things. Wow, so that was that mix-up I was talking about earlier. Going to the other side in the blink of an eye, hard to react to. But our Dudley player, he knows his stuff. This is no chump here, no scrub. We see Fuerte trying to escape there even, so he knows he's in a little bit of trouble of losing this. Well, quite a bit of trouble, actually.
Yep, for sure. He's in exactly the position you don't want to be. I think that Fuerte really does better when he's got the life lead. He really does better when he has the ability to take risks on those mix-ups. And one EX rushing multi-punch move, whose name I completely forget, closes out the match for Dudley.
Nice. Good to see Dudley come back. I thought that might be a sweep for our Fuerte. Fun stuff. I would love to see more of TKD and Kuroken again.
I would love to see more of these two characters. Dudley used to be a powerhouse character, but unfortunately he got hit with a few nerfs for version 2012. So it's always good to see that he hasn't fallen completely by the wayside and can still put up a fight against a more gimmicky character like Fuerte. But otherwise, this has been Specs and my compatriot Iron Ike signing off.